So today we are going to talk about essential oils with our dogs and cats and animals, and we're going to basically go through the introduction with the essential oils. And there's tons of really great information that doTERRA has put out on how we can use essential oils with our pets, and I've taken some things from a few books and catalogs that doTERRA has, and also from another book. Well, I guess I don't show that, but another book here that we have some things. So, um, when we talk about essential oils, I'll just give you a brief rundown of what essential oils are. Is they're aromatic compounds found in plants. They're from roots, barks, flowers, leaves, and different parts of the plant. What we do is we take them and we steam distill them or cold pressed extract them. So when you're looking at this peppermint leaf here, when you take that and rub that between your fingers, you break open the oil sac, and that's where the peppermint smell comes from. Well, that the oil is on the plant to protect it from harmful invaders, from bugs, and from the environment. And so we get to take and separate that oil and use it for our own benefit. Because they're made from cells, they're like our bodies. Like we are made from cells so that they multiply, we multiply the plants. And so our body accepts it very readily. Or I can't talk today. I don't know what my problem is. um, and what's so beautiful is these essential oils actually pass through the cell membrane, and they actually go work on our body's behalf and address the viruses and the different things that are inside the cell. The essential oils contain hundreds of different compounds, providing complex and versatile abilities to combat all those threats. And so they work immediately because they're like our bodies. They're supercharged. So 1 drop of peppermint oil equals 28 cups of peppermint tea. And a lot of people talk about herbs and doing tinctures and getting all the benefits from that. But when you think about an essential oil, they're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So you can get such a quick response. It's just incredible. And so we have many choices in front of us, and we're going to break it down with 2. The modern approach, really the medicines of our modern day, is produced by man, and it goes after the symptom of what we're dealing with. And the natural approach actually goes after the root cause. So when we're looking at over here, when we're looking at the modern approach, man produced it. It's made from isolated synthetic agents. So it's a chemical experiment, right? And so we don't know when you think about these medicines and stuff, like even the commercials that they have, it's like, I don't even know what that medicine was for. They just went through and spent 2 minutes of my time advertising a medicine with a million list of side effects on it. And we have to think about like really what that is doing to our body. And when we look at, are we any healthier today by doing those medicines? I'm serious, it's really incredible. And so when we take a look at the essential oils, what's beautiful is because they go through the cell to the DNA structure, they're actually looking at the root cause of why we have these symptoms in the first place. And so it's beautiful too because there really is no side effects, right? So because they're like our bodies, we can say that very effectively. So there are 3 ways to use the oils. You can use them aromatically, topically, and internally. Aromatically, we like to put a drop on our hand, rub our hands together and smell it in. Or we like to use the diffuser, which is a really nice way to just fill the room up with a nice aroma. It's wonderful topically. You can actually take a drop of peppermint oil and rub it on the bottom of your feet, and you'll taste it in your mouth about 2 minutes later. So with that in mind, you can tell that it's flowing through your whole body very quickly. And internally, we like to take and drink the oils. I always have a glass of water here with oils in it, and you always drink it from a glass. But you can only drink essential oils that are certified pure, tested grade. There's so many essential oils out there in the market. It's very confusing. People go to Fred Meyer and it says, you know, $5 for frankincense. That should be like red flag number one. But then you read on the bottle, it says, do not put on topically and do not take internally. So I really seriously do not know what that essential oil would be used for. Because if you're going to be using it aromatically, you're still going to be taking it in internally. And you have to wonder what all the stretched harmful fillers and contaminants are inside that $5 bottle of frankincense oil. And it's probably so full of harmful fillers and contaminants that you don't want to be putting it on your body anyway. doTERRA is the only company in the world, we're the #1 essential oil company in the world that actually has these really stringent testing to ensure that there are no chemicals, no pesticides, nothing in there, and that there's no fillers and contaminants. And they've gone through actually and really omitted the middleman when it comes to purchasing the oils. We actually pay the farmers peppermint. We in India, we have peppermint farmers who are different people around the community that have like a little plot of land next to their home and they plant peppermint and they harvest it according to doTERRA's requirements, and then they take it to doTERRA's distillery. They pay them right away, and they pay them twice as much. And so we're able to get rid of the middleman, who is the person who invades the oils with those harmful contaminants, and they mark it up, and they just ruin the whole world of essential oils. So doTERRA cut out the middleman and actually is, I mean, I would have to say it's about 95, 98% of the oils that we have are sourced directly through doTERRA's healing co-impact sourcing program. And I just said all that with this slide. I thought I wasn't test. I thought I omitted that slide, but because I wanted to get way into all of the puppy stuff, right? So Cindy, do you use essential oils on your puppy?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, they work so well and really fast, and probably mostly for calming and for sleep, or not sleep, calming and like fleas. And I put it in the shampoo like when we bathe them too.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I should have done the flea spray on here. Maybe we'll have to say what that one is, but doTERRA has an actual whole panel of veterinaries who I think there's like 8 on the panel, and there's been always lots of questions, misinformation out there in the marketplace. But again, the animals are smaller than us, and they do have a little bit more sensitivities than we do. So I wanted to go through some of these and share with you what they are. Um, this most of this came from this book, and this is what I was sharing with earlier. It's a simple little book you can get online. There's several places. Aromatools and Oil Life are different websites you can actually order this from too. And it has like uh, 65 pages or so of recipes and information. It's really important book to have. And I've only got a few pages on here because, you know, we're only going to be here for a short time. And just to give you an idea is really what we're here for. Now, you could probably go ahead and screenshot this if you would like on oils not to recommend. I mean, these oils are not the best for the dogs. It's not that like we can't take wintergreen internally either because it's going to irritate our gut. So, you know, some of this stuff is just a no-brainer. We wouldn't do some of these things on our own body, but at the same time, wintergreen is one to stay away from with the dogs. Tea tree, it actually caused lethargy, loss of hind leg control. And I thought, oh my gosh. So some of this stuff is we really want to be mindful of what to use on your pet. So, you know, if you have these essential oils, maybe you could mark them with a sticker that says not for puppy, you know, not for our furry babies in the home. And that way you can kind of, if you're thinking you want to go to a tea tree right away for something with the dog or whatever, then you will know, you can be reminded of that. Or you can put like a little label or something on your essential oil box. Clove oil, I mean, they say don't use clove oil, but it says except when diluted for oil surgery pain. So, sometimes the dogs crack a teeth or they've got things going on in their mouth just like we do, right? And so you can use the clove oil, but make sure you dilute it and you use it wisely. I know when I put clove oil in my mouth, it makes my lips chap. So you want to think about that for your puppy too. Oregano, except when supporting dogs dealing with parovirus. I looked that
Parvo.
Provo.
Parvo.
And that's a common, very infectious virus that dogs have. So, um, you want it's oregano is a beautiful oil because it's antiviral. And so I would have to assume that you would want to dilute this quite a bit and use that with the more serious things that you're dealing with. Deep Blue Soothing Blend, that's like for arthritis and stuff. That one's not the best for pets because it does have wintergreen in it and they would lick that off them. The Purifying Blend for some reason, and Birch and Thyme. Again, these are just hot oils that we don't even use on ourselves without diluting them anyway. So what if you don't know what essential oil to use? Well, guess what, you guys? Frankincense is the same oil you'd want to use on your dogs. Your puppy is going to benefit from many essential oils. Lisa, I should have asked you, do you have a dog or a pet? I think you said you have chickens, right?
I have lots of chickens, turkeys, and then I have 3 house cats.
3 house kitties. Okay, we have some things with house kitties, but I have a gal who actually uses essential oils for her chickens because they get a lot of things going on too. So I was going to ask her what the oils are that she uses. I'll have to ask her and let you know what that is. But um, so basically, again, like the fur babies and our animals are made of cells. So these oils are going to, there was a list a mile long and I just didn't want to type them all in. So I figured probably the list of what not to use would be more beneficial. So safety tips. So I thought this was a cute picture for aromatically. um, so using the oils aromatically, remember that the dogs and cats have thousands times more sensitive smell than we do. And especially dogs, they can go around, they use dogs for their smellers all the time. So make sure you have a ventilated room, which kind of makes it like an oxymoron. Like, okay, so if you're going to use essential oils and you're diffusing, but you have to make sure your room is ventilated. I would say just make sure that you have your door open so that if the dog decides they didn't like that, they could leave the room. And pay attention to the pet, like if there are signs of discomfort, such as breathing, heavy breathing, salivating, squinting, any other behaviors. Mom, I was thinking about this with Willie. Maybe you were diffusing an oil that maybe he kind of got extra sensitive to that you maybe hadn't diffused before.
No,
Okay.
no. And he's right there by my bed and I diffuse all night long. So
Yeah.
he gets frankincense or wild orange or, even on guard sometimes, depending on what I do.
Mm-hmm. Um, So if their signs are there, turn off the diffuser and open the window and air out the space and kind of keep an eye on them. Now, if there's something going on more than an hour or so, then maybe you might want to consult with a vet. But again, this is information from the vets, and so they're just being extra cautious. And I think we should be because these are our little babies. We want to take good care of them. Internally, this is really crazy. You can use these oils internally for these guys, and but don't use the toothpaste. And that's kind of interesting because I would think to use the toothpaste on them because they have such bad breath sometimes, right? Um, but the toothpaste has the xylitol in it, and that's toxic for both cats and dogs. So it can cause liver damage. The essential oil beadlets also are the same thing. And I'm wondering, Cindy, do the gel capsules have xylitol as well?
Not that I know of, but this is just so I don't forget to tell you, I have a friend that had older dogs and her dogs lived way more years than the average for their breed. And she would give them the turmeric dual cap and the copaiba. She swears by the copaiba soft gel and the copaiba oil.
Yeah.
They really respond well to it. And she would always have them smell it because the dog will tell you too, like if it's just not good for them or whatever. But, and the other thing is cats and reptilian, like snakes and stuff, they don't have the enzyme to break down melaleuca or tea tree. That's the number one I know of as far as oils and animals. But if you were diffusing like Breathe and it has melaleuca in it, it's so diluted. And the cat, if there's a way for the cat to leave the room, the cats, all the animals are smart. They will leave the area, Anyway, those
Yeah.
were just a few things.
No, that's really great. I would never have thought of the turmeric dual capsules. Wow. I'm thinking about Bethany and Panda, her dog. Maybe that might be something she should consider. Wow, that's a great idea with the copaiba, because that's really great for pain too, support. So you can feed them the digestive enzymes. Like that is great. Like they have the PB Assist, and it comes also in the powder form too. So maybe if they you want to mix it in with their food or whatever, but you can also, just like listening to Cindy, you can give them the pill form too. The omega-3 fish oil. So a lot of the pets seem to have like arthritis issues, like us older, as we age, we tend to get the arthritis going on, and this is why these oils are so powerful. DDR Prime, Zendocrine. These are blends of oils, Lisa, that are beautifully put together to help support the body for detoxification. So if we want to cleanse our body, we have so many chemicals in the world, within our food supply, in the cleaning supply, all the stuff that's around us. And so it's really good to do a detox from time to time. And DDR Prime stands for damaged DNA repair. And so this is really good for when the cells are misbehaving, and to help support the body in that. And there's also the chewable daily supplement. So maybe if I haven't checked out the other supplements, but this was what was listed on the list. Okay, so the other things you can do is topically, and I think that this is probably the most, for dogs anyway, um, really important and a really powerful way to support the dogs with the oils. You never use the oils in the ear canals, eyes, or the genitals. Use care when applying over the pet's face. That's supposed to say nose and eyes. So sometimes when you put the oils on your hand, some of the recipes I go through and talk about, you would put a few drops of the oils on your hand, rub your hand, and then pet the animal. And if you put it too close to the nose or something, now the dog can always lick it off too, right? Because they're always cleaning themselves and stuff. So, you just want to kind of keep an eye on that. So do not apply oils to long-haired dogs with long ears. I thought this was funny. I'm like, why? And well, because they flap their ears around and it could get in their eyes and they're flapping around. So that makes complete sense. Dilute the oils according to the size and the weight of the animal, and also consider the age of the animal too, if it's a puppy or an elder animal. Do not dilute with water, which I thought was interesting. Always use fractionated coconut oil, as it doesn't clog the pores. And the word neat means you can put it on the animal without diluting it. And also too, just like with humans, sometimes there's certain oils that you're not going to want to put directly on open wounds. And Cindy has a wonderful recipe that we like to call as a salve that you can make with the particular oils that are custom to the pets. So like if they have rashes, like Willie, he always kind of scratches that one little part on his arm. And I know the regular healing salve has melaleuca in it. So just thinking about that, maybe there might be a special batch for him. Okay, so what are safety measures to consider when using essential oils for your dog? Again, avoid these hot oils. So this is a good screenshot too, just to be mindful. And again, I was going back and forth from different resources, so it's almost a duplicate, but they didn't talk about cinnamon, cassia, and clove. these oils are hot. You're going to want to dilute them a lot more than you would normally. Here are some dilution ratios. So for puppies under 3 months and dogs under 10 pounds, you want to heavily dilute 1 drop of essential oil with 1 tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil. So in a lot of respects, I would go ahead and do a lot of spray bottles and dropper bottles. Because when you have, then I would just put a label on them for the different recipes for the puppy. Then that way you know what it's in there. So like Cindy said, she has them for fleas or, um, maybe anxiety or when they start to get a little nervous or something. So then you have puppies 3 to 6 months, and you can add a little bit more, less fractionated coconut oil. And then of course, pregnant, older, sick dogs, and just kind of keep mindful of what they are. Okay, insect, here's some recipes, you guys. Insect repellent. Now I probably, I have several different recipes. So this one here is both for cats and dogs. And I'm just kind of wondering, Cindy, I was going to look up TerraShield. Melaleuca's not in TerraShield, is it?
I don't know. But I use the lemongrass and cedarwood for almost everything. It kills the fleas. I put it in a shampoo. Like, I don't really do the TerraShield, but I can't remember what.
Yeah, I was
That's a
going
good
to look it
question.
up and I forgot. I was running
Yeah,
out of time.
let me see if I can find real quick.
Oh, okay, awesome. So when you're looking for, like when we have other oils too, like citronella. There are a lot of oils that the bugs just don't like. And so maybe when you're using an oil, maybe your cats don't like the lemongrass. And so maybe try just arbor vitae, or maybe they don't like those two. You can always try other oils that are repellent. There's tons of oils that you can use that the bugs don't like. So a lot of these recipes that we talk about, you're going to be putting it in a 15 ml bottle. And I purchased from Amazon these little eyedroppers, and you can get them for a 15 ml bottle. This just happens to be a bigger bottle right here in front of me. And you can also get them in a spray with a spray bottle. And so these are kind of a nice way for applying. Sometimes it's just, and then we like to go through and put the little drops on top, the little stickers, so we know what the recipe is. And so the next recipe is for arthritis and joint pain. And so frankincense and peppermint for dogs. Okay, so this is a recipe for dogs. And so you can reduce the pain by massaging. Excuse me. This is reducing the pain to the brain because it's messaging the brain, and it's telling the brain that it's I didn't type all that in, but anyway, it's really good for signaling the brain that you're not in pain. And I think the frankincense too is just a power oil for all those things. Anything you want to say, Cindy, or anything on these?
Oh, I was gonna send that screenshot of TerraShield to to your text thread, but it has it's interesting because it has citronella, lemongrass, thyme, cedarwood, geranium, and peppermint.
Okay, so citronella is in there. So, when you look at the different blends, sometimes if the animal doesn't like the TerraShield oil, then break it apart and say, well, what is the oil in there that maybe they don't like or that they do like? And yeah, good. Thank you for that. Allergies for dogs. So this is interesting. Allergies are different. Allergy blend is different for cats than it is for dogs. So allergies for dogs is the same as for humans, lavender, lemon, and peppermint. And they're again talking about taking 1 drop of each oil and adding it with some fractionated coconut oil, rub it in your hands, and then petting the dog. So sometimes when we have a really bad allergy, we like to do the detox and going through and using that Zendocrine, and they suggest to take this one internally. So like Cindy was saying, you can feed them the Zendocrine gel capsules, and that would be good for that. And then we're on the class today because we were talking about the fireworks, and Bethany's dogs just go crazy with the fireworks. And these are the really calming oils that are wonderful for pets. And so I would think that vetiver would be huge for your dog. I think that that would put them to sleep and help them feel like get through the evening on the fireworks. But you can maybe make a blend and maybe start practicing with your pet now, so they kind of get used to it and they're not all freaked out. You know, sometimes their brain can be on overcharge too, and they just can't get through that unless you kind of work them through that. Here are some other things you can also consider, is putting the diffuser in the room, putting them on their favorite blanket. Bethany, my sister, talked about a thunder shirt, which is like a vest that you would zip like a life jacket, really, and you'd put that on there. And they like to, it's kind of a snug garment where they like to have that held close to them. Also using some noise music. There's music that you can find that that only they can hear, and it was created by a scientist from a veterinarian person, where the dog really likes it. And so I didn't Google where that's found, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Dogs can hear things that we can't, right? So um, pretty cool. And let's see here. You know, you don't want to just lock your dogs in a room and leave. That's kind of hard. And I know when I was reading this, I thought, oh gosh, we do that to our cats all the time. But I think that if you put them in a crate and you're still with them, that is huge, because that crate will keep them from running away. And there's so many issues with people losing their pets during the July 4th week. And we try to keep our cats in all the time for that whole like week between, because we're dealing with the Canadians where they have their holiday on the 1st, and so they always come here to Birch Bay, and it's really you know it's a long week, in other words. So be mindful of that, and hopefully you have your pet chipped and stuff so that if they do get out, that they can be found and brought back to you. So here's some oils to not use for cats. And I just want to point out, when I was talking about the fireworks and stuff for the dogs, vetiver is just a wonderful oil for me. I love it for sleeping, but it's one not recommended for cats, and I was disappointed to hear that. um, so this list is a lot longer for the little ones. Citrus oils, like Cindy was talking about tea tree. Well, citrus oils is also very toxic for pets, for the kitties. Their bodies can't handle the phenols and the ketones that are in these oils. So um, anything that's in a blend, like On Guard oil has wild orange in it. So we have to be real careful looking at the blends and the recipes that are there. I didn't put down the blends here. So here's again oils to be extra careful with, and for cats. Now here's a safety tip for kitties. Diffusing again is the most effective way for cats, because cats do like to lick themselves all over the place. So, um, you know, I like to, our cats have never had a problem with our diffuser. And I don't even think about it. It's terrible. I love like the citrus bloom and those, we diffuse those all the time, and it does not bother them. They are just fine. So diffusing the oils is really great for that anxiety. So the best method for here's where I was going to say, I knew I had this information somewhere, but diffusing is really a great way to help the oils get to the brain, because the lymphatic system is which controls those emotions. Again, keep the door open and never diffuse more than 3 drops, because these kitties are a lot smaller than mini dogs. And so be mindful of that. Okay, so the recipe for cats allergy is a little different. So we have like lemongrass, lavender, and frankincense. And I thought that this might be mindful for people who would like to change up their allergy recipe for themselves. You know, that there are other oils that are antihistamine type oils. And because the cats can't do the lemon, this is a really good recipe. And peppermint, they can't do peppermint either. So they say specifically on this one is to apply the mixture. So you take these equal drops and put it in a bottle, and then you can have it ready to apply on the back paw between and on the sides of the toe pads. I thought, why so specific, you know? And I thought, oh yeah, well, we should look at the chart of our feet, and they have like all those points on our body, on our feet that support different areas of our body. And the cats do too, right? So, on that specific part of the back paw, between and on the sides of the toe pads, what a great place. You know, it must be where the allergies are benefit from the oils. And then you can add a drop on the chest and then a drop on the front paw so the cat can lick it off. So, that's cool. And now here's for ear infections and mites. Our kitty, one of her cats got the mites in it. I don't know how one cat got it and the other one didn't. It's just crazy. And so we spoke to our friend Robin, who um, she has lots of different fun recipes and stuff, and this was the recipe for ear infections and mites. And the reason why this picture of the cat ear is there is that the cat ear is just like ours in a way. It has those little foldy things on there, and it's just a little bit complicated. And so what you want to do is take a bottle of this again and mix these drops of oils, and then take and put it in a bowl, just like squirt it in a bowl so you get a little drop or two, and then take a Q-tip and just roll it into the oil and then squeeze off the excess. And then you can go through and clean like the ear mites on our cat were just all over. And once we got them off here, then we couldn't get them out of the canal. So you can be really careful and you can get in there, but don't go past what you can't see. Just be really careful. And even just the oil there, if the mites are further down, they will escape. They will want to leave that environment. They don't like that. But you want to be really careful not to get the oils further down, just like us humans and stuff. Okay, so no matter what you decide to use essential oils for your pets, these benefits, just like they are for us, are for our four-legged friends. And so if you have any questions on what the properties and things of different essential oils are, and they benefit our body that way, well, they're going to benefit your pet that way as well. So let's see. I also wanted to point out that you want to detox the home. Maybe sometimes the cleaning stuff that you're using could be very harmful. So if you have a dog, you can use the On Guard. But if you have the cat, you might want to be mindful and be careful with how much you use of that. But detox the home, get rid of the chemicals that you have because the pets are breathing that in too. They're just like little kids, and we want to detox our bodies. Why not with the plants or the pets too? Okay, so doTERRA is all about living a wellness lifestyle. And so we're always talking about nutrition and digestion. And, one of the things that I like to use a lot on my cat is I will take the Digestin blend and I will actually take a little bit and rub them on their tummies from time to time because um, you can tell when they have an upset stomach. It's funny how you get to be real familiar with these guys are pretty sensitive. Well, of course, it doesn't help when Izzy goes out and chews on grass and throws it up too, right? Of course, she can't throw up outside. She has to come in and throw up. Um, but making sure that they're exercising. So if they're dealing with the arthritis and the knee joints and stuff like that, and a lot of times like cats are always up and about all through the night, but sometimes if your dog is having a hard time sleeping, it's good to be mindful of that. And us human beings too. So it's all about living a healthy lifestyle. So what are your health priorities? Like what are you dealing with on your personal health and maybe your animals too? But if we focus on you, how are things going? How was the pandemic? How are your emotions? Maybe there's some gut health that you want to focus on. Maybe you're not sleeping at night. There could be some things that uh, you feel that could be better. And I like to ask, well, how long have you been dealing with these issues? And for me, like I had major food allergies, and boy, these oils really helped me with that. And I was dealing with them for a long time. So when Cindy introduced me to the Digestion blend and I rubbed it on my stomach, I hadn't felt that good in so long I couldn't even remember like how long that was and how much it really cost me over time of dealing with it, lost work, brain fog, all the side effects that happen with not taking care of my body. And so, what natural health solutions are you using now? And what could you be using to help you through the next, get through it? I don't have food allergies anymore, though every once in a while, if I have ice cream 3 days in a row, I could start to feel it, but I can now eat ice cream and different things. Um, so, how to get started? You can buy the essential oils retail through the doTERRA, through me, through anybody. But friends don't let friends buy retail. We like to get you a wholesale membership so you can purchase everything at wholesale price, which is 25% below retail. And you get your own account. You don't have to wait for the Avon Tupperware lady to place the order so you can get it when her order comes in. You can actually get your own website, place the order anytime you want. And what's really cool is that there's a program called the Loyalty Reward Program, and doTERRA loves to reward their customers for being loyal. So every month you place an order, you'll get a deeper discount. And I'll go into that in more detail. Or you can become a doTERRA wellness advocate like me and Cindy and Mom and all the other people on our team. There's a lot of people who love the oils so much that they can't help but share with others on what the oils can do and benefit for people. And so when you share, you do earn some commissions, and that will be the difference between option 2 and option 3. And you get both benefits. You get everything off 25% below retail, and you also get the loyalty reward program option if you want to. Now, this loyalty reward program option is optional. You don't have to do it, but everybody does it because everybody loves the deeper discounts. And what doTERRA likes to do is reward you for ordering every month. It could be a lemon oil, or it could be a whole lifelong vitality supplements and collagen powders and protein powders and all the other stuff that you can purchase on your own website without going to the grocery store and getting them. Might as well replace those products with something that you can even get at a deeper discount. So month 1 through 3, you get 10% back. Month 4 through 6, you get 15% back. Month 7 through 9, you get 20%. All the way past 13 months, you get 30% back in product credit points. So that's above and beyond the 25% discount, which is pretty incredible. You're getting a good discount there anyway. And then if you do decide to maintain this loyalty reward program, you can get so many free products. Like it adds up so fast. It's like another 30% off on, it's just crazy. So to maintain, the way to work on this program is to maintain it. You need to order at least something every month. To increase the percentage, each month you need to place an order at least 50 PV so that you can go up in the percentage points. To earn commissions, if you decide to actually share this with others and earn commissions, you want to maintain a 100 PV order every month. And each month we have a program called the Product of the Month, and that is you get a free oil if you order by the 15th of the month at 125 PV. And also we have another program at 200 PV, you get an additional free oils and stuff. Now, what is PV? PV stands for Product Value Points. Because doTERRA is a global company, all the currencies are different. And so we like to equal the conversation and put the value of PV. And so like in United States, if we had a $15 oil, it usually is 15 PV. So that's an easy way to look at it. So to get started, we have kits that you can look at. We have a wonderful Simple Solutions kit, which has the beautiful deep blue rub, lemon, on guard, and serenity. This is a nice beginning collection kit. When you ordered in this kit, you're saving yourself $48. And really just a great kit. Then we have the Aroma Essentials collection, and these are the 10 oils that are in a 5 ml bottle. So you get doTERRA Balance, Citrus Bloom, On Guard, and get my little thing out of the way. doTERRA Serenity, Breathe, Cheer, Adaptive, and Northern Escape. These are like beautiful oils, and it comes with a nice diffuser. And again, these are 5 ml bottles, which is about 85 drops per bottle. Then we also have the MetaPower system, and this is like, oh my gosh, this system is incredible. It's designed for creating a good metabolic balance for those who have lots of crashes and highs and lows throughout the day and tend to overeat. And it also has an advantage program, which is the collagen powder. And this flew off the shelves this week. We had a BOGO, which was buy one, get one free. And so you buy one MetaPower and you got a free box of MetaPower. So you got $80 for free worth of product. That one sold out by 10 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty incredible. My favorite kit that I like to talk to people about is called the Healthy Habits Kit. And this has the #1 selling product that doTERRA offers, and that is called the Lifelong Vitality. And the Lifelong Vitality is a package of these 3 supplements, which is all the omegas, the vitamins and minerals that we need, and the cellular vitality complex, which is really helpful for these vitamins. Cell-based stuff. I can't talk. So this kit here, if anybody's dealing with gut issues and stuff, I love to recommend this one because it has the probiotics and the enzymes, and I swear these products saved my life. So really nice kit. And then we have a technique called the Aromatouch technique, which is an actual massage. And so this is a fun set of oils. They come all in 15 ml bottles, which is really nice. There's 250 drops in this. And you know, there's so many different kits that doTERRA is offering, but you also can customize your own kit too. So if you wanted to do a collection of different oils that you want to dress certain things, great, no problem. And if you order 150 PV, guess what? You get a free diffuser too. So that is really incredible. doTERRA is really reaching out to help everybody get started correctly. So basically, all these things, this is oregano this month is 10% off. They sold out of the rose. I need to just delete this slide because everything's already taken care of. But the free diffuser here is just, this is the diffuser. It's a nice small diffuser. It's very compact, but it goes up to 10 hours. So don't let that size think that it's not a good one. So to get started today, just reach out to the person who invited you and give them your details, and we'll be happy to help you get your own account started and go from there. So that is the class for today, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.